Hey there guys, Smudge223 here. We're doing something a little bit different today. This is Metro 2033. Not the Redux version, this is the original Metro game. I've managed to track down a copy. This is one of my favourite games ever, of all time, and I'm really excited to start this walkthrough. A few things before we get in. This is going to be a full commentary walkthrough. I'm going to try and keep it to a minimum and try and keep it relevant where possible, but I will be talking through and through this one. Now, the other thing I want to mention is that I'm currently reading the Metro 2033 novel by Dmitry Golgovsky. And I'm just very interested to come back and play the game as I'm reading the novel, and as I feel like I know, basically I played the game first. I know this game, I know where all the stashes are, and I think on my Xbox 360 I had nearly every achievement. I love this game, and I'm going to be filling in some of the gaps and things that the game doesn't really explain so much, but the book does a better job of. So if you're not interested in that kind of thing, or if you're planning on reading the book and want to avoid the spoilers, I'd suggest finding a different walkthrough of this game. Now, hopefully, if I can sync everything up properly, we're going to have a little cutscene that's going to introduce us to the basic premise of the game, and then we'll get right into it.
The tunnel grew colder. Millie and I were close to the surface now. Soon, we'd climb up into the howling wind to fight our way through whatever nightmares were waiting there. My long journey was nearly at the end. But would I have the courage, the will to see it through?
Hey, Artyom. When you left your home station, you ever think we'll end up in a place like this? Not knowing whether we were about to save our world, or send it straight to hell. Ooh. We'll have to get through the military outpost to reach the surface, Artyom. Тихо. Something's moving in the next room. Open the gate, I'll cover.
And before you ask, no, you're not really supposed to have much of a clue as to what is going on right now.
Shit is always breaking down in here. Use the auxiliary hand system to open the gate.
And what I remember, we're just going to go turn on the subtitles.
Artyom, check those crates for ammo and med packs.
I'm not a huge fan
Follow me.
of the Future AK, the name of which I can't remember. I like just the regular Kalash, so that's what I'm going to be running with.
Okay, up we go. Seems like nobody's home. Before we hit the surface, put your gas mask on. Without it, it'll be like a goldfish outside his boat.
We're almost there. This is the Korolev Performance Hall. It's really close to the tower.
So I'm like it.
Suki. Here they go. Let's give it a pull. Okay, ready? Go! Let's move out. And here it is, Artyomушka. Our goal.
Come in, Wyman. Come in. Over. You're coming through loud and clear. I repeat, we're at the tower. Did the group move out? Over. Well, that's affirmative. We've made contact. They should be in the vicinity of the tower now. Over. Roger, we'll contact you again when we're at the top of the tower. Get a fix on our location then. Over.
Let's go, the other should already be here. Glad to see you, Colonel. Did you hear that? Listen. What the hell is it?
Never understood why he's got sniper shot weapons on now.
Form a circle!
Stay calm.
Watch
Watch
your
your
backs,
backs,
boys.
boys.
Okay. Looks is gonna be tougher than the library.
Nothing is tougher than the library. Stay there.
My mark. Shit, wait. Fire at will.
Guess he's moving the side very tough.
Hold the line.
Life was never easy in the tunnels, but it was our home. There was comfort in its routines, in seeing the same people day after day. But since the mutant attacks had escalated, fear ruled the station. I had just turned 20, and could never have imagined what would follow on the morning that my stepfather's friend Hunter arrived at the barricade.
We will not be skipping any of the cutscenes.
Artyom, you're awake at last, I see. Hunter's on his way in. He should have news from the other stations. Come on.
So one of the biggest departures for the game from the book is that in this, Artyom actually knows who Hunter is. In the book, he's never met him before. And Hunter actually just comes and joins him on a patrol. As you saw in the intro, where you had those soldiers in that little defensive post just in front of the station. In the book, there are actually 4 or 5 of them going a good kilometer into the tunnel, setting up various different lines of defense. Artyom's stationed in the 300 meter when he first meets Hunter, which eventually leads us to this scenario. The Easter egg there is the Metro 2033 novel. There will be a few of those scattered throughout the game.
Let's go, Artyom.
That's our stepfather, Sasha.
Pigs, disease. I've been through worse, and I'm not giving up.
Yes, Nikolai?
What's your plan for the darkness? Hunt them all down and shoot them.
They'll wait for us.
That's how it goes, bro.
Hello, Arton. The station can't survive much longer if these attacks don't stop. We must do something.
What more can we do?
The Dark Ones will kill us all.
Find out more about the Dark Ones.
See what Hunter says.
Sergei, have you seen my Sergei?
Hello, Arton. Another patrol was attacked last night. The hospital's full.
The situation's
Mommy,
under
do we need to
control.
wait long?
Let's go, Artyom.
What about Alexei? He was at the outpost. My brother is in hospital.
Has anyone seen him?
Pieter!
He said he was okay, but I hope he's alive. Doctor hasn't said anything. That's you. Was it the Dark Ones? The situation's under control. Come on, Alex. Hello, Artyom.
How are the wounded?
Not much improvement. 2 died this morning.
The Dark Ones do not kill outright, but they damage a victim's mind. Sooner or later, this leads to death.
I can't get it. I can't reach.
No. Keep away from me.
That's more or less how it went in the books as well. The Dark Ones have been plaguing the station for a while. They're a new kind of mutant, and we just cannot handle the situation.
What the hell? Who could that be?
It's Hunter.
Mutants don't knock first. Open the damn gate. Welcome to Exhibition, Hunter. Thanks. Now close your gate.
It's been a long time, Hunter.
Exhibition is not the name of the station in the book. I think it's called
Good to
Vidunka,
see you, Alex. Hello, Artyom.
but there are mention of quite a few stations, so it's hard to keep
What's
track of
happening
this
in the
one.
outside world these days?
Not much. Most of what I hear is about the exhibition and the undead infesting your tunnels. Artyom, I met a trader selling old postcards of New York City. I thought of your wall.
He did give Artyom a postcard.
These are
in the
not the
book.
usual mutant creatures. This is something else. Something much worse.
Dark ones. Well, whatever in hell they are, my order has a motto. If it's hostile, you kill it.
The Dark
Intruder
Ones
alarm
belong-
in main vent shaft. They're coming in from above.
Shit. Just what we needed.
There are wounded here just behind the wall. The
Kirill, take your group to the tunnels.
Alex,
Hunter
we must stay here and defend the hall.
All right, Artyom, quickly get a weapon.
Now, a lot of the mutant encounters do not happen in the book. In fact, I'm about 30% of the way through the book right now. There has not been a single mutant. There's been mention of them, but you've never actually seen one.
Damn, they never come this far into the station.
It's the hospital. They smell the blood.
I find it best to use the knife early on and save the ammunition. We're going to need it later. Though there is a achievement for shooting with the Nasalis. It's great. And in case you're wondering what a Nasalis is, that's a Nasalis.
Keep firing!
Don't underestimate how everything else life.
Are you alright?
Of course. He's a dead-eye shot, this one.
I didn't even shoot anything.
No Dark Ones here. Just the usual tunnel trash.
Nothing usual about them.
Even when you don't see them, the Dark Ones are there. Fear. That's their weapon. That's what made the Nosalises run through the tunnels like rats. The Dark Ones are not simple mutants. They're Homo Novus, the next step in evolution. You've heard about survival of the fittest? Guess what? We lost.
What's happened to you, Alex? You can go like lambs to the slaughter. I'll hang on to whatever life I got with teeth and claws. And I'll take more than a few of your Homo Novus with me to hell.
You think you're some old movie cowboy? Have a look, Hunter. 10 soldiers trained in combat. Their bodies broken, their minds gone.
The Dark Ones! They destroyed the outer guard post!
The devil knows what's happening out there, beyond your perimeter. I must go recon the situation. Listen carefully, Artyom. If I'm not back here by morning, you must get to police station and find a man named Miller. Tell him what's happened to me, and what's stirring in the northern tunnels. Show this to Miller, so he knows I've sent you. I trust everything to you, Artyom. Don't let me down. If we are to survive, this threat must be eliminated, no matter the cost. Eliminated. Understand?
Hunter did not return. It wouldn't be easy to find an excuse to leave the station and travel to Polis, but I had given my word. I learned that the caravan was heading to Riga the next day and needed guards, assigned on for the ride.
Паровоз, не стучите колеса. Кондуктор, нажми на тормоза. Well, finally! Taking your time as usual, huh? Alright, grab your gear, go to the platform, they're waiting for us. I'll meet you there. Hey, Artyom, don't forget anything, huh?
It's gonna really annoy me, but I forgot that guy's name. He's not named in the game, but he is named in the book. So, if you, like me, were thinking Artyom kind of agrees to this a little too early on... Oh, I should probably explain this. Bullets are also our currency in this game, in case you weren't aware. Basically, you have two kinds of ammunition. You have the dirty post-war ammunition, which is created inside the Metro, which you can trade with, but it's not considered currency. And then you have these pre-war cartridges, like what we just picked up, which are a higher grade ammo, and they act as your currency, but they can also be fired from your rifle. And they'll do much more damage and are much more accurate, but they are rare, and obviously they are very expensive. Quick little bonus sect, and then I'll end the video. If you're not interested in hearing more about the lore, then go ahead and shut the video off now. And if you are interested a bit more in Artyom's backstory and stuff that isn't explained in the game, you may want to stick around. But for those of you who don't want to watch any further, I will bid you adieu, and have a nice evening. Right, now that they're gone, let's talk about story. So, in the novel, Artyom has never met Hunter. But when Hunter comes to the station and has this chat with Sasha, he notices that Artyom kind of knows a bit more about the Dark Ones. Now, in the book, it is greatly implied that Artyom is actually responsible for the Dark Ones infestation. To cut a long story short, and you get a little snippet of this in Metro Last Light, Artyom and a bunch of his friends, when they were kids, went up to the surface at night, and when they did, they saw the ruins of Moscow in the darkness. They heard a noise, and ran back into the station as fast as the little legs would carry them. However, there was a gate, basically separating the tunnel exit from the Moscow city. The gate was rusted and jammed, and as such, Artyom and his friends could not escape from the metro. So, well, could make it back into the metro, but weren't able to stop any of these creatures from coming into the metro itself. So, it is greatly implied that Artyom is responsible for the Dark One's incursion. He says this to Hunter, and this is kind of what Hunter uses as ammunition to say, like, right, well, you've done something wrong, so let's make this right. If I don't come back, go to Polis and explain what's happened. And that is where the story begins. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.